what it really means to have good sex. Pizza is like sex. Even when it's bad, it's still pretty good. I heard that joke more times than I can count, but the thing is, that couldn't be farther from the truth. As someone who's had their fair share of both good and bad sex, long overdue apologies to my college self, I now know that the definition of great sex can be wildly different depending on who you ask. Good sex isn't a cognitive experience. It's an emotional and sensation-based experience precipitated by some type of intimate connection. Brandon adds, noting that that experience varies from partner to partner. That's why, no matter how long you've been knocking boots with your beau, no sexual experience, good or bad, is ever exactly the same. Ultimately, good sex boils down to what is good for you and your partner's ATM. That said, and as you'll soon see, there are some common denominators of good sex. Honest communication, mutual respect, and fun across ages, sexual orientations, and relationship statuses. But don't just take my word, take it from the 25 real women who know good sex when they feel it. In general, sex in my long-term relationships has always been far better than my short-term hookups, dating sex, etc. And so far, marriage sex is the best it's ever been. There's something so out of this world good about having such a deep connection and love for someone else that your bodies sort of act as one during sex. And when you have that level of comfort in your relationship, you can also be open and honest about experimenting with new positions, toys, and techniques, which only adds to the pleasure. Having a partner who is giving and in tune with you is a must for great sex. Hilaria, I know I've had good sex when I don't have the energy to move afterward, which means, yeah, know that I've orgasmed better than I would be able to by myself. There should be some foreplay and some time spent teasing and exploring each other's bodies, instead of just going for the home run right off the bat. I also want my partner to walk away metaphorically, because we're doing it a second time satisfied with the experience. And in addition to the physical stuff, there has to be some sort of emotional connection there. If I do untrust the person or feel like they see me as an individual and not just a means to an end, I'm not going to be able to get there. Emily B., when I first started having sex, all I cared about was making it good for my partner at the expense of my own pleasure. I didn't want to seem greedy, so I'd say stuff like, "Don't worry about me. Let's all shudder together, shall we?" Now, I know that good sex means asking for what I really want and speaking up if something you ain't working. Also, toys. Jordan T. D. The best sex I ever had was in my college roommate. Espedoops, because a friend was in my bed and we were too horny to wait for her to leave. It lasted so long, but neither of us were complaining. My roommate ended up walking in again. Oops, but the sex felt so good, we couldn't stop. It was unexpected and risky. The best kind. Sara-san, 33.